Ever driven past Wilmington and thought, what's really here? You're about to discover a city bursting with DuPont history, world-class gardens, quirky museums, and natural playgrounds. I'm Adam from Destination Deca, and today we're diving into the top 10 things to do in Wilmington, Delaware. Plus 2 bonus spots only locals know about. Let's get started. Wilmington may seem like a small dot on the map, but it's packed with hidden treasures. From the Gilded Age estates of the DuPont family to interactive museums for kids, from riverside trails to historic opera houses, this city blends history, culture, and adventure in a way few places can match. Whether you've got a weekend to spare or you're just passing through on a road trip, this list will help you plan an itinerary that's as efficient as it is unforgettable. Number 10. Bellevue State Park. I'm here at Bellevue State Park, where 331 acres of riverfront woods, manicured lawns, and historic Bellevue Hall await. This was once the summer home of the DuPonts, and today it's a haven for families, anglers, and history buffs alike. Fun fact: Bellevue Hall was built in 1855 and expanded over the decades. During World War II, part of the estate was used to house radar equipment to protect East Coast shipping lanes. Trip tip: rent a bike from Wilmington's bike share program and tackle the 1 1/8 mile fitness loop that circles the catch and release pond. There are 20 exercise stations scattered along the trail, perfect for working in squats, pull-ups, or stretches while soaking in river views. Pack a picnic. There are several covered pavilions right by the water. Number 9. Brandywine Zoo. Nestled within Brandywine Park, the Brandywine Zoo is one of the smallest accredited zoos in the country, and one of the most charming. Home to Andean condors, river otters, red foxes, and our personal favorite, the red panda, it offers intimate animal encounters and educational keeper chats. History: the zoo sits on land that once hosted Archibald Rowan's 19th-century amphitheater, where statesmen like Daniel Webster gave speeches on freedom and unity. Insider tip: arrive at opening time on a weekday to catch the feeding demonstrations without the crowds. Afterward, stroll across the street to the Brandywine Rose Garden. Over 1,000 rose bushes bloom from May through October, creating an Instagram-worthy backdrop. Number 8. Delaware Children's Museum. Parents, this is pure magic. With themed zones like the Architect's Studio, Treehouse Adventure, and the Water Play Codex exhibit, the museum invites kids to experiment with engineering, art, and storytelling. There's even a 300-year-old tulip poplar you can climb inside. Fun fact: the museum's founders salvaged that giant tree, measuring over 8 feet in diameter, when it died of old age. Today, kids can learn about tree rings and ecology while shimmying through its epic interior. Trip tip: plan to spend at least 2 hours here. Peak times are Saturday mornings, so if you want shorter lines for the climbing net, hit it Wednesday through Friday right after opening. Teachers and military personnel enjoy free admission on designated CAPS nights each month. Number 7. Hagley Museum and Amp. Library. Hagley is where America's Industrial Revolution took shape. In 1802, E.I. DuPont built his first black powder mills on these banks of the Brandywine Creek. Today you can watch live demonstrations of gunpowder production, explore the DuPont family's original home, and wander among rolling woodlands and restored machinery. History: in 1875, a boiler explosion destroyed part of the powder yard, altering safety standards nationwide. Hagley preserves that story and more, showcasing 5 generations of DuPont innovation. Pro tip: wear sturdy shoes. You'll be hiking 3 miles of trails to see every mill, orchard, and family cemetery. Grab lunch at the museum's cafe for a homemade quiche or seasonal soup, then pop into the library's research room to flip through original company ledgers, photographs, and letters. Number 6. Brandywine Creek State Park. Spread across 1,063 acres, This park is a sanctuary for hikers, birdwatchers, anglers, and equestrians. Early morning kayak excursions along the creek often reveal herons, kingfishers, and the occasional beaver. In spring, look for wild orchids carpeting the wetlands. Batch of details. There are 7 named trails. Longwood Trail for rocky climbs, Hidden Pond Trail for shady glades, and Hawk Watch Hill, where migrating raptors swoop overhead. The park also has 2 stocked fishing ponds and equestrian parking with direct access to bridle paths. Trip tip. If you're visiting in winter, Brandywine transforms into a cross-country ski and sledding hotspot. Bring your sled to the open meadow near the main parking lot. Number 5. The Grand Opera House. Originally opened in 1871 as a Masonic temple, the Grand Opera House has hosted presidents, playwrights, and performers for 150 years. Its Second Empire architecture features a stunning cast iron facade, and inside you'll find hand-painted ceilings, red velvet seats, and a 189-pipe organ. History. During the silent film era, the Grand was converted into a movie palace. By the 1960s, it had fallen into disrepair until a citizen-funded restoration brought it back to life in 1973. Today it's home to Opera Delaware, First State Ballet, and touring Broadway musicals. Insider tip. Book a backstage tour to see the original stage machinery and the trapdoors through which Haydn's dancers once made their entrance. If you time your visit for a Friday night performance, you can dine at Varga Bar and Amp Grill next door, just a 2-minute walk. Number 4. Nemours Estate. Alfred I. du Pont built Nemours in 1909 to resemble a French chateau from the Loire Valley. It boasts 77 rooms, including a grotto, billiards room, and elevator, a rarity in that era. Outside, 200 acres of formal gardens feature parterres, fountains, a topiary garden, and one of the finest conservatories on the East Coast. Fun fact. The estate's antique Rolls-Royce collection is tucked away in the garage beneath the main house, complete with 1920s roadsters that once toured Europe. Trip tip. Join the mansion's Behind the Velvet Rope tour for exclusive access to private papers and family heirlooms. Then wander the sunken garden at golden hour when the light dances off the water and stone balustrades. Number 3. Rockwood Park and Museum. Rockwood is Wilmington's hometown manor, a Gothic revival mansion built in the 1850s by banker Joseph Shipley. Surrounded by 72 acres of rolling lawn, orchards, and a lily-covered pond, it feels straight out of a Bronte novel. Inside, original wallpaper, antique furnishings, and a pipe organ await discovery. Events and anecdotes. In December, Rockwood throws a Victorian Christmas festival, complete with costumed interpreters and carolers, while summer brings the lakeside fireworks over Shipley's Pond. Travel tip. Reserve one of the park's guided lantern tours after dusk. You'll hear tales of Shipley family lore while the moonlight glints off wrought iron gates. Number 2. Delaware Historical Society and Research Library. History buffs, this one's for you. The Delaware Historical Society operates Old Town Hall, built 1798, Willingtown Square, a reconstruction of 1680s log cabins, and the Reed House and Gardens, a federal-style mansion with boxwood formal gardens. Their archives hold 3 million items, maps, diaries, newspapers, and more. Insider advice. Book a research appointment 2 weeks in advance if you want to dig into genealogical records. The Society also hosts free History on Tap evenings at local breweries, where you can sample craft beers while learning about Delaware's colonial past. Trip tip. Third Saturday Family Days offer free admission to all exhibits. Arrive at 10 a.m. for the peppered mutton stew demonstration in the reconstructed 18th century kitchen. Number 1. Longwood Gardens. No Wilmington list is complete without Longwood Gardens. Spanning 1,077 acres, it features 4 acres of indoor glasshouses, a mile of fountains, 20 different garden rooms, and over 4,600 plant species. Pierre S. du Pont purchased the property in 1906 to protect the native trees, and turned it into America's botanical crown jewel. Must see. Highlights: the Orchid House, with 14,000 blossoms, the mesmerizing mezzanine pipe organ recitals, the open-air amphitheater's summer fountain performances, and the winter lights display that turns the gardens into a Swarovski-level wonderland. Pro tip: download the Longwood app for an interactive map that shows you the best photo op points. Arrive at least 90 minutes before a fountain show so you can wander the rose garden and bonsai courtyard with fewer crowds. Fun fact: the mezzanine pipe organ above the Grand Conservatory has more than 10,000 pipes and regularly fills this tropical hall with Bach and Mendelssohn improvisations. And if you look closely at the fountain spray, you might catch tiny rainbows forming in the sunlight, Longwood's own signature magic. Bonus number 1. Winterthur Museum, Garden and Amp Library. Just 10 miles northwest of Wilmington, Winterthur is Henry Francis du Pont's 175-room mansion turned American decorative arts museum. Inside you'll find 90,000 objects displayed in period rooms. Outside, 60 acres of meandering garden paths. Don't miss the fairy garden and the seasonal train exhibit winding through model landscapes. Visitor tip: take the 40-minute guided tram tour for a narrated deep dive into the history of the estate's plant collection. Reservations for afternoon tea in the Manor House book up weeks in advance, so plan accordingly. Bonus number 2. Wilmington Riverwalk. The Riverwalk spans just over a mile from Trolley Square to the shipyard, offering public art installations, bike and e-scooter rentals, and a lineup of riverside restaurants like Iron Hill Brewery and Rough Water Oyster Bar. At sunset, the water glows pink and gold, and you can hop aboard the Calmer Nickel Tall ship for a 1-hour cruise through Wilmington's maritime past. Insider tip: check the city events calendar for free outdoor concerts on the riverfront stage. Summer Fridays often feature firework finales over the river. I hope you loved this deep dive into Wilmington's best, from riverfront parks and Du Pont estates to world-class gardens and hidden museums. Now it's your turn. Tell me in the comments which Wilmington spot you're adding to your bucket list. If this guide helped you plan your next adventure, hit that like button. It really supports Destination Deca. Subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss another long-form travel guide. Share this video with anyone plotting an East Coast road trip or family getaway. For exclusive behind-the-scenes photos and quick trip tips, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Destination Deca. Want more? Check out my Mid-Atlantic travel playlist for hidden gems from Philadelphia to Virginia Beach. I'm Adam, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next journey.